Good morning, pre-calculus. We are going to do matrix operations today, which is Unit 9 currently. A matrix is a rectangular arrangement of numbers. They are arranged in rows that are run horizontally and also vertically. The dimensions, or the order of a matrix, with m rows and n columns is denoted by m times n. Each element in the matrix can be identified by its row and its column. For example, the element in A23 is the element in the second row. So here's the first row, here's the first row, here's the second row, and then the third column, 1, 2, 3, that would be right here. Okay, so identify the dimension of the matrix, and then figure out the missing element. Okay, so the first one is a 2 by 3, and we always do rows first and columns second. When I used to teach this in middle school, it's a long time ago, RC Cola was really popular, so we reminded them that it was RC Cola. Rows first, columns second. So 2 by 3, and we have to identify the element, which is at A13, so that's first row, third column, so that's going to be 5. This one is a 3 by 2. And that's going to be element, that's a 7. This is a 2 by 4, and that is A21 is element, that's a 12. Second row, first column. All right, now we're going to add and subtract these matrices. And all you've got to do when you're adding or subtracting is find the element that's in a particular place in each of the two matrices, and they have to have the same order. They've got to have the same dimension. This is a 2 by 2. And this is a 2 by 2, so they can be added together. So we're just going to add the A and the E and put that in the new matrix A plus E. So here, for example, A, we're just going to add the 3 and the negative 1. And I'm going to redraw my new matrix here. 3 plus negative 1 is 2. 0 plus 4 is 4. Negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3. Negative 1 plus 0 is negative 1. So there's your new matrix. Now, when you're subtracting, you just have to be careful because you are subtracting everything in that matrix. So this is 7 minus negative 2. So that's the same as 7 plus 2. You have to make sure you distribute this minus sign to every term inside this second matrix. So that's 7 plus 2, so that's 9. So the next one is 4 minus 5, so that will be negative 1. 0 minus 3, negative 3. Negative 2 minus negative 10. That's negative 2 plus 10, so that's going to be 8. Negative 1 minus negative 3 is the same thing as negative 1 plus 3. That's a 2. And the last one is 6 minus 1, which is 5. Now, in example 3, you're asked to find missing values. Well, we know this term right here, 3x, is equal to, there's an equal sign in between here. These matrices are the same. So negative 3x corresponds to the same place as negative 18. So that is, we're just going to solve for x and say, well, if negative 3x should equal negative 18, what does x equal? So x equals negative 6 and y equals negative 2. For the second one, again, you have to distribute this negative sign to every term inside that matrix. So to find A, start A, the same location. We know that A plus 8, because we're distributing the minus sign, so it's minus negative 8, should equal negative 4. So A is negative 12. We have 1 minus B should equal 5, so that's B is negative 4. And the last one, 10 plus 8, should be C, and that's 18. So for scalar multiplication, what this means is everything inside this parentheses, every element has to be multiplied by a negative 2. So basically the negative 2 has to be distributed to every element. So that's really it. So if I just redraw another matrix with the same order, negative 2 times 4, negative 8. Negative 2 times negative 1, 2. And you just go through. Am I rewriting the original one? I am. Making stuff up. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 times 0 is 0. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Negative 2 times 7 is negative 14. Okay, so this one, again, same order. It's a 2 by 2. 4 times negative 2, 4 times negative 8, 4 times 5, and 4 times 0, 0. We're going to skip the you try. If you need any of these answers, I mean, here's the answers. You can pause and look at it. You could always go to my Google Drive and take a look. So sometimes you're asked to perform operations, and this is just, we're going to multiply every term inside this first matrix by a 3, and then multiply every term in this matrix by a negative 2. We have to distribute the negative 2. You can think about it that way. And then we're just going to add or subtract or whatever we need to do together. So let me write this out. Same order. So everything multiplied by 3 gives you negative 6, 18, and 3, and then 0, 9, and negative 9. If I change this to a plus and distribute the negative 2, then all the signs in here are going to change. And they're all going to be multiplied by 2 as well. So that's negative 4, negative 12, 4, 2, negative 6, and negative 16. Now I'm just going to add those together. So my new matrix has the same dimensions. So negative 6 plus negative 4, 18 plus negative 12, 3 plus 4, 0 plus 2, 9 plus negative 6, and negative 9 plus negative 16. So I think we have one more. All right, so example 6, find the missing values. So here, there's a parentheses right here. So everything in that parentheses has got to be multiplied by the negative 2. So if I'm looking for x, for example, those two terms have to be added together, multiplied by negative 2, and set equal to 12. So let me write that. Negative 2 times 3x plus 9 should equal 12. Now we're going to have to distribute. So we got negative 6x minus 18. Is that right? Yeah. Wait. No. It's a negative 3x, isn't it? Which makes this a positive 6x. Okay. Shoot, I hope I'm right. So I'm getting x is 5. Hope I didn't make a mistake there. All right, let's go to a different color and do the y's. The location of y is right here. And we've got to also deal with this negative 2. All right, so we've got negative 2. It has to be multiplied by y and the 3, and it's got to be equal to negative 18. So I'm getting negative 2y minus 6 equals negative 18. I'm getting y is 6. Now the u-try is very similar. If you'd like to, you can go ahead and try it. Press pause. If not, we're moving on. So the last thing that we need to learn today is how to multiply matrices. Now, there's a certain way that you can do this. You have to basically, if you read how to do it, you have to multiply every row by every column. Okay, so A times E plus B times G, and you put it here. And then you have to do the same thing. You have to go through and do the same thing for everyone. You have to take this row again now and multiply it by the other row. Add them together and put it here. Different color. Now we go to the second row and we multiply it by the first column. Add them together, put it here. And last but not least, we do this second row again and multiply it by the second column and we put it here. So that's what we're doing. In order to do that, the columns in the first matrix have to be the same as the rows in the second one. So before we start, we just check the orders of each of them and confirm that they can be multiplied together in the first place. And you don't want to switch them around. They're not commutative. So can a 2 by 3 be multiplied by a 3 by 4? Those 3's are the same. So yes. The order of AB, the final answer will be a 2 by 4. 2 by 4. This one, right there, no, cannot be multiplied. You can't multiply matrices that are both 5 by 2. Let's go to the third one. Yes. And the order of the new matrix will be a 2 by 6. This one, no. This one, yes. And the order of the new matrix will be a 2 by 1. So, knowing that, We're going to do our last examples here, I think. So find AB, that means A times B, if A is that, those are the matrices. Okay, so this is a 2 by 2, and this is also a 2 by 2. So first thing we're checking is, all right, we're good, we can multiply these. So let's go ahead and do it. So 1 times 5, I'll write it bigger, 1 times 5 plus 4 times 9 goes in 1, 1. Now let's go to, let's take our first row and multiply it by the second column. So that will be 1 times negative 7 plus 4 times 6. Okay, purple. Now we move on to the second row and the first column. So 3 times 5 plus negative 2 times 9. And last but not least, second row, second column, negative 21 minus 12. And then we just add them all up. 41, 17, negative 3, and negative 33. Good. All right, so we go to the second one here, and we notice this is a 3 by 2. And this is a 1 by 2. Right? 3 by 2, 3, 2. This is a 1 by 2. So the number of columns here do not equal the number of rows. We're not going to be able to multiply those. So you're just going to write cannot, that's 2 n's, cannot multiply. All right, I'm going to show you the you-try answers, and you can decide whether you want to do them or not. Did I finish? Yes. Okay, so here's the first you-try, and then here are some of the answers. This can all be done on the calculator, but we will do that in class. All right, peace out.